You've heard about the trade program. I'm going to give you another example of how the trade program worked. This project, when it was originally purchased by Farouk, one of my partners. We had worked together for many, many years. He actually bought the property because he saw that I had purchased this property next door. And in this case, he bought it and was doing it as kind of like a speculative deal. He sat on it for a little while, and at the end of it, he decided, hey, I want income more than I want that raw land. In that case, he had not worked through the city before, but what was unique is that he kept on working on this project, and then one day he and I were having lunch, and he says, Derek, I want you to develop it, and I want this other stuff that we have over here. So you've heard in the past that about 90% of my business is done by doing some type of a trade. I had some income producing rentals that me and him had traded for this property. Now he's still involved with me. What's unique about how he and I have worked together for so many years is he might have something and he may want me to be a part of it, and it may be that I'm not supposed to be a part of it at a certain time, but eventually we generally come back together. And so right now we own several of the buildings here together, and I've developed all of this with some of them with him and some of them with another one of my partners. But the trade transaction was basically him just saying, I'm done with the mowing, I'm done with the taxes, and I'm done with the city. Derek, that's your job, that's what you do well, and just trade me these projects that you have over here. And he owned those properties. The interesting thing is when he took the rental properties in his trades, ended up that a few years later, markets were good. So when he bought it, it was producing cash flow. A few years later, the homes had increased in value, and so he ended up getting a double win. Not just the win of the current cash flow, but because the properties had increased in value. And that's what you can do too.